I'm the idiotic protagonist who can't see the truth right before them. What the hell am I doing? Seriously, how did I let you do this? Words that cut deep into my soul, the exact ones I'm afraid of hearing. Welcome back to Hydrangea. Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if not, I hope I make your day a little bit better. I have not forgotten about this game. I know you guys have thought that Voyia has forgotten about the game or Voyia's not going to play the game. Listen, there's a lot of games I haven't went back and played for a simple reason is that sometimes games just stop working on my computer and I don't know how to get them to work anymore. I promise. I go through, excuse my language, but hell and high water trying to figure out how to make the games work. And they don't be working. I be trying to fix them. I promise. So if you're new here and you want me to play something, please do not hesitate to ask. Also, I will do my darnest to try to play them and finish them. I have finished a lot of games, but there's like 2 or 3 games that I have not been able to finish because they just randomly stopped working on my channel and working on my PC. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, you should finish it. You should finish it." I'm like, I can finish it off camera and then tell you that I finished it. But anyways, that's just going off on a little tangent. You know, here we talk about everything. But anyways, yes. We left off here where you is upset that we don't care about him. He thinks we don't care about him, at least. We've been going out backwards. And I also took a break from this because that I can't breathe part in this like really messed me up a little bit. No, you know I love you. You're the only one for me. I'm at a loss for how to comfort you. Nothing I do is enough. Nothing I do is right. As the days go by, I feel like I can't say or do anything without first asking you if I should. Even things completely unrelated to him. I'm just going to turn my phone off. Your phone? Why? His tone growing increasingly agitated. I can see it coming. So we can talk in peace. Oh no, look at his face. Oh, he's getting more evil. The thing that I am so scared of right now is that you is going to get eviler and eviler and he's going to start seeing like, I can control her by saying this. I can control her by saying that. These faces that he be making really, really bother me sometimes. Who's messaging you? No one. I have to tiptoe around you, constantly second guessing myself and seeking his approval. I should know when to speak and when to keep my mouth shut. Wrong answer. Stupid, dumb, selfish.
No.
Who's messaging you? The uncommon sound of you raising his voice to scream was quickly becoming an everyday noise. So I'm assuming that he wasn't always like this because they have alluded to or said downright that no, he hasn't been always like this. But here's my thing. Was this something that was always hiding inside of him? Like something that, he just kind of kept, secret on the hush hush away from his sister and Ember? Or is this something that is coming from the fact that he's sick? I feel like this is more of, my heart is telling me that it's more of something that comes from like him being sick. But I don't know. Just some friends. I'm not responding, I swear. Show me. I swear You don't love me anymore. Is that it? You don't love me? You found someone better than me to chat with. And now you're going to leave me alone in this bed you put me in? You're so evil. You're evil, Ember. This has nothing to do with that. Why are you so suspicious of me? How can you claim you love me if you don't trust me at all? I can't ask those questions. It'll only make him madder. I love you. I'm sorry. You can look at my messages. I relented, my voice barely above a whisper. I just want everything to go back to how it was. I love you too. Turning off my phone was an attempt to carve out a semblance of control. But I couldn't do that without his permission. So, in the end, I have no control at all. You briefly glances through my messages. Each passing second felt like an eternity. I shouldn't argue anymore. There's no point. Wow. That one is like deep and hard and scary, because what can you do in that situation? The only thing you can do is separate yourself from that person. But again, I've explained that I'm kind of like this too. That if someone was like, oh, you're hurting me, oh, you made me upset, how could you do something like this? I would try at my best to make it better in any way. 1 second, you guys. Sorry, I had a phone call, but it seems like the phone call didn't go through. I don't know. Or they left me a voice message, so I'll check it after the recording. But yeah. Dang it, I forgot what I was saying because I was trying to figure out my phone was ringing, but it wasn't showing up ringing. But anyways, yeah, it's just, you go through this like thought in your head like, wow, I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best, but people are just like, oh, so you're doing this, you're doing that and stuff. They're putting words in your mouth. They're putting words on your actions. A lot of people don't say that, but putting words on your actions, like you could be like, and I'm giving an example so you guys can understand where I'm going with this, is that like you'll be like, I'm gonna move the remote like to my left side instead of my right side. Oh, so you saying the right is better than the left? No, I'm just moving it, I mean the left is better than the right. No, I'm just moving it to the left, putting the remote on my left side because I would prefer the remote on my left side instead of my right side. So you're saying the right is bad? Wow, okay. And I'm a righty, by the way. Like, that putting words on your actions, you don't mean it that way, but that's what they're making it out to be. And that could be the most frustrating thing, because a lot of people don't talk about that part. They always talking about, putting words in your mouth and stuff, but they don't ever talk about putting words on your actions. Like, it's not okay. It is not okay, either one. And this is kind of what you is doing to Ember. He's putting words on her actions and putting words in her mouth, and it has nothing to do, like, she's not doing any of that. She's probably super faithful to him. Where should I spend my lunchtime? I don't know. Not like it matters. Every single day is the same. I'll head to the rooftop. I'll try the cafeteria. Last time we went to the rooftop, we saw our friend up there, but because I could think she was up there smoking a cigarette or something, but let's just go to the rooftop anyway. Maybe some fresh air will help us. The air was thick with the acrid scent of cigarette smoke. I don't know what I'm doing here. She's back up here again, Yua. Yua was taking a smoke by the corner of the rooftop, away from everyone else. The gritty texture of the cinder walls pressed against my back as I leaned my head against them, sitting by Yua's side. The wisp of the smoke hurls upwards from the tips of their cigarettes, which then dissipates into the darkness. I had never stopped to look at Yua like this before. The way they smoke. Why do they do it? The sounds away from us seemed to be even further away. I could hear only the sounds of our quiet breathing and the occasional flicker of a lighter as Yua played with it. Time seemed to stretch infinitely. Finally, as the last traces of smoke dissipates, Yua broke the silence. Oh, Yua's trying to be our friend again.
You know where the term gaslighting came from?
Yeah, Yua asked, their gaze fixed on the horizon.
It's a term that dates back to a play. You know, gaslight by Patrick Hamilton.
I listened to Yua, but their words sounded far away, hazy, distant.
The manipulator dims the gas lights in the house, but when confronted, they deny any change, making the victim question their own perception of reality.
It's a tactic, a form of psychological manipulation designed to make someone doubt their own sanity. With a heavy sigh, Yua lowered themselves to sit next to me. Their voice was quiet, almost gentle. People can be adept at gaslighting without even realizing it. I've been irritated lately, a lot. I'm sick of Yua's implications and talking around the subject. You is not gaslighting or manipulating me. And Ember is just stuck in this, like, he's not doing this. Of course, he would never do this to me, right? Type of thing. And I hate it just because. How do you get a person out of that thought? If they're so fixated on the fact that they're not being gaslighted or manipulated, but you on the outside see that, how do you get your friend out of that? We love each other. We fight sometimes, but we always make up. It's burdensome. I'm tired. I'm always tired.
I'm worried.
I know. I've been hearing you talk about it for days. You always make up, you always reconcile and pretend nothing happened. I shift uncontrollably against the rooftop's gritty surface, my gaze fixed to the floor.
Listen.
Ember, that's the third stage of the cycle of abuse. Oh, that hit me hard. You don't think about it, right? You don't think about people gaslighting and manipulating you as abuse. But it is abuse in its own, like, it's in its own, like, area by itself. It's not something that typically, like, happens when you, like, you know, physical or verbal sometimes. Like, those are all in their own category. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, and then there's that in between that, those lines of, you know, those categories, there's a tiny category of manipulation and gaslighting, and they all tie together because usually you're going to get gaslit and manipulated with physical or verbal abuse, but they're all a form of some type of abuse, neglect, and the relationship and all of that. Like, it all ties together. And so, like, when you hear somebody flat out tell you that, you be like, oh yes, I was dealing with that. And then it makes you open your eyes and realize that you have always been dealing with that. It's crazy. It's insane. Yua's response was measured, almost detached, as if they were observing the situation from a distance, which they are. Perhaps that's why they refuse to see you. Easier to watch than to partake. You was using these words, abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, as if they were accurate to you and I. They're not. It's not what's going on at all. It's not that simple. You is sick. I'm not tightened in my stomach. Things just get heated, and then we find a way to make things right again. Oh, she's so far gone that it's like, how do you get them out of this? How do you get her out of this? You regarded me with her steady gaze, their eyes boring into mine with an intensity that made me squirm. But does it really make things right? Or does it just create a temporary calm before the storm returns? Look, the cycle goes tension, incident, reconciliation, and calm. I shook my head, unwilling to let Yua pull me into their made-up story. Don't explain it. I don't need it. I moved to get up. As I pushed myself upright, my muscles protest with aching stiffness. The gritty texture of the rooftop surface scraped against the palms of my hand. Leave me alone. This is so sad. I turn away from Yua. I don't want to hear it. I just want everything to go back to how it was before. And it will. You just needs to get better. He will. I'll be here tomorrow too, you know. Whatever. This is so sad. Look at Yua's face. Look at how Yua's holding her chest. She cares for us. She wants us to hear her out, but we're just not listening. Ember is not listening. This ain't Voyia, okay? Because no matter how much I think I am right at something, I like to hear people out just for the simple fact is that you never know. You never know if you're stuck in your ways and you think that you're right at something. Sometimes it takes an outside person to look at you and be like, hey, Voyia, you're wrong, okay? And when that happens, you have to look at yourself and be like, yeah, I gotta rethink some stuff. Let me go through, listen to their explanation, and then go through and, you know, try to figure out where I'm wrong at. But this is so sad because I don't know what to do. I led her down this path. I lost track of time. I go to see you with a bouquet of hydrangeas. You cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize and apologize and apologize until I can't breathe. You tries to convince me to eat. I'm not hungry. This is so sad. This is a sad story. How I brought this story down, because this is my actions. How I driven this story into where it is making me sad. I'm not hungry. Go away. You gives me another gift. We are good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. The next day I go to see you with the bouquet of hydrangeas. You cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize. You speaks about the past. I yearn for it. I tell them about the nightmare I had where you dies in my arms and it's too late to call for help. I yearn for it. Go away! You gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. This back and forth is getting insane. The next day I go and see you with the bouquet of hydrangeas. My love isn't strong enough, so his health worsens. I'm sorry. Yua tells me they can't do this anymore. Me neither. There's a phase of reconciliation, you know. They try to make amends and apologize, promise to change, or gestures like giving presents. Go away! Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. I love you too. The next day I go to see you with the bouquet of hydrangeas.
No.
You didn't say you loved me yesterday. Why? I didn't? Oh, this is such a crazy thing. I'm sorry. This is so bad. I don't know if you is right or not. He must be. If you guys don't know what gaslighting is, this is what gaslighting looks like. I'm always in the wrong. It's my fault. Yua speaks as if they know everything about everything.
Listen.
Tensions in the first stage. It's a build-up for the stress and unease. The feelings that something is about to go wrong. Next is the incident. This is when things boil over. It could be an argument, a confrontation, or any form of leave me alone. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. I love you too. I said it this time. I should say it twice from now on, so I never forget again. I go to see you with a bouquet of hydrangeas. You cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize and apologize and apologize until I can't breathe. You tries to convince me to eat. I'm not hungry. Go away. You gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. The next day I go to see you with a bouquet of hydrangeas. You cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize. Yua speaks about the past. I yearn for it. I tell them about the nightmare I had where you dies in my arms and it's too late to call for help. I yearn for it. Go away! You gives me another gift. We're good for now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. The next day I go to see you for you with a bouquet of flowers. Hydrangeas. It keeps just going back. My love isn't strong enough, so his health worsens. I'm sorry. Yua tells me they can't do this anymore. Me neither. This okay, so I'm gonna keep going until something different happens. Go away.
No.
Okay, so it stopped. Okay, it stopped saying it over and over again, and we're back here. I think of running off. Somewhere far, far away. A place where you doesn't exist. Nobody knows me there. For that moment, I'm happy. The next day, I go to see you with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Because I had such an awful, selfish thought yesterday, he coughed up petals and cried. I am at fault. Yua is not here. It's no surprise. Coming here every day for me, I'm not worth it. Can't do anything right. Useless. The next day, my legs took me to the East Wing's fourth floor's hallways once more. Everything I did was on autopilot. Ember? I was not planning on talking to Yua. I was not planning on talking to anyone except you. I want to be left alone. Can we talk? But Yua has been good to me. They've heard me out day after day. Even when I yelled at them to go away, I pushed them away over and over. For some reason, they stayed. For some reason, they haven't given up on me like everyone else has. Sure, we can talk. Yesterday, you told me about the nightmare you had. That was yesterday? Feels like a month ago. A month ago feels like a week ago. I don't know where in time I am.
I'm worried.
You're scared that you will die because of you. That's why you're driving yourself sick. Yeah, but I'm fine. I'm okay. I assume you read about the treatments for the disease. That's all I do when I'm not here.
Oh.
Then you know about the surgeries and the transplants and how they've been successful. Patients with Yu's disease have gone through successful lung surgeries. It's true, I read about it. And I read about it, and I read about it some more. The risks are too big. What if they don't work? What if something goes wrong? You could die. Lung surgery has so many risks: infections, bleeding, air leaks, damage to the lungs. The blood vessels, the nerves, even the heart. If you dies, it'll be my fault because I made him sick. Not to mention post-operatory complications. Some people don't even wake up from anesthesia, and you will look deep into my eyes as I blabbered on.
Stop it.
Ember. I paused to breathe and they put a hand on my shoulder. Do you really believe that? Or is that what you told you? I... If it were you 3 months ago, would you believe the things that you're saying? I don't know. The kind of person I was 3 months ago. 6 months. A year. You and the disease and how to make it better are the only things in my mind all day. Every single day. I don't know. The Ember I was friends with would ask you to get the surgery.
Listen.
Because you always want the best for your friends. That's the kind of person you are. How did you forget that, Ember? Yua's words were like a slap to the face. Your relationship with you is bringing the worst from you both. I've watched you become lethargic, anxious, depressed.
You isolated yourself from everyone who loves you. You stopped doing the things you enjoy.
Right.
Please, think about it.
Y'all tell me in the comment section what you would do for your boyfriend, for your husband, whatever. Would you, for your girlfriend, it doesn't matter. Would you tell them to get the surgery so they can stop this madness? Would you continue on with this madness? I know me personally, I would have broke and I probably would have never went back and seen you again. I strongly believe in taking care of my mental health first, and my mental comes first before anything. My mental and physical health comes first before anything. So, like, those days when I'm recording, because I know a lot of you guys call me out on that and be like, don't record when you're sick. Those are days when I actually feel like I want to, like, to record, like, 10 times more than I do when I feel better. Like, yes, I feel good today. I am losing my voice a little bit because of all the reading and stuff, but I always lose my voice. What's new? But anyways, yeah. I don't think I could go back to the hospital. Like, it's not like he can come get me. He's sick. And worst case scenario, I mean, my problem will be dealt with, which would be sad to think about because, yes, that's going to take a toll on you if you dies. But my problem would be dealt with if he died. And to even have that thought in your head means that it's already been pushed too far. And the fact that I'm thinking that, there is no telling what Amber is thinking.
A healthy relationship would not do this to you.
Right. Look at you being the bestest friends of bestest friends. You 1,000 times best girl. 100%. I let Yua's words sink in. A healthy relationship. I know what that is supposed to be like. My parents have one. My friends too. I've seen them in books, movies, cartoons. I know what it is. It's because Speechless, I tried to find a way to explain myself. But Yua stopped me, shaking their head, as if they know what was going through my mind. Since when have I been this anxious? Doubting every little thing, thinking of what ifs and despairing over them? There's a few articles I'd like you to read. I'll send them to you. Take a look. I can't. What? You has my phone. The moment the words left my mouth, I noticed something that was supposed to be obvious.
Oh?
What? Why? My response was quiet, barely hearable. The realization embarrassed me. Because you needs to check my messages to see if I'm cheating on him. Something so simple. She's getting it now. You has my phone. My freaking phone. I watch movies where that exact thing happens, and I've laughed and gotten frustrated at the characters that let it happen. You've read books where the love struck protagonist stayed with the partners who steal their phones or constantly accuse them of cheating. It's me. It's so obvious. So stupid. Check the links I sent you when you get home then. And I have some books you could borrow as well. Do you want them? I'm the idiotic protagonist who can't see the truth right before them. What the hell am I doing? Seriously, how did I let you do this? It's not normal. It's not something you do to a partner. Thank you, Yua. You've helped me already. So, you're going home and resting and having a decent meal? No. There's something else I need to do first. I need to talk to you. That's what I'm talking about, girl! We're going to do that in the next episode. Listen, I'm not going to drag this on. I promise I'm not going to drag this on. I just can't make episodes as long as I really, really want to. I have to record in parts. And since I already broke this up in parts, it's going to stay in parts. I'm not going to record too long or whatever. But thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. I'm about to jump right back in this. I'm going to check and see who called my phone. And then I'm going to record this back to back. So there will be 2 Hydrangea episodes this week. And if not, it'll be first of Monday. But trust me, when I say that I'm going to get back in this, I'm so excited to see Ember stand up for herself. Oh my God. And plus I'm losing my voice. So I need to get a little water, as y'all can hear. Thank y'all so much. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story as much as I'm enjoying this story, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out this game yourself. There are, I think, a bunch of endings. I am going to get them all. But if you want to just speed through this and, read it on your own time and, all that junk, yes, by all means, please go and do it. Love you guys so much. Peace and love.